Hey, welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So this week we have Hell Pit, and it lasts for 3 weeks. Don't go missing out on it. We also have some new sales. So let's cover everything. First of all, if you check the Zen market and you go to the events tab, you will find newly available the Blazing Mythic Enchantment choice box. Be aware, this enchantment binds to account, and it can only be purchased once. If you go through the different enchantments that it can give you, you can see they're unique to certain campaigns. You would normally farm the currency and then purchase it here. But you get it straight on Mythic at the cost of 3,200 Zen. And that is even with the full 20% discount, as we currently have 20% off all and limited time offers. Now, this supposedly actually started earlier this week, as many of you noticed it, but as per the blog, it should only last from August the 29th to September the 5th, and include the new Blazing Mythic Enchantment Choice Pack. However, I do not believe it's new. I believe it is just actually returning. Personally, I would say this thing is not worth it whatsoever. You're only getting the enchantments on Mythic, and if you check the prices on the auction house of other enchantments that are on Mythic, particularly the offense, defense, and utility ones, you'll find that you can get them as cheap as like 1.5 million, maybe a bit more. The Moonstone ones, 1.6 million. Looking at the breakdown and the exchange on PC, it should be worth about 2.4 million extra diamonds, these enchantments. But they really just are not, because upgrading the enchantments now, even from green, is far cheaper than that equivalent in Zen. And on top of that, Zen is usually even valued higher than the exchange. It's just due to the sheer wait time. It's different, of course, if you're on Xbox or PS, where Zen exchange values can be significantly different, or the wait time significantly less. But on PC, this is how it is, and the pack just seems like a scam. Definitely avoid it. But let's move on to the next thing. We have the Fiend Slayer Overload. This is supposedly a new introduction, and it comes with 10 hours of combat time. However, be very careful that it claims your damaging at will encounter and daily powers deal 5% damage to demons, devils, and fiends. And when you check the tooltip of the overload, it says 10%. Now, we won't know for sure, is this going to actually be 10% or is it going to be 5%? We can have a look in the auction house, and it will be only a matter of time before somebody goes and sell these. But as of now, there's only 7 on the auction house of the blue variants, and the greater blue ones are 10%. So I would assume this is intended to also be 10%. However, thanks to this guy on the Discord server, I did get a tooltip which says 5%. So that may very well be what you get when you buy it. Personally, completely avoid it. There's absolute zero value in spending this much for just a 10%, even if it is 10%. And here it claims 5%. To be honest, it should be like 15% to 20% to really be worth it. Finally, there's the mini Bell Vanity Pet returning. You can grab it if you're a collector and don't have him, but at a bit of a price. And of course, we have Hell Pit. I do not recommend missing out on the event. It's an appointment event. You just need to do a minimum participation every day. You don't need anybody else to help you, and it should only take at max 15 minutes of your time. You will get a lot of good rewards from this, including the value of a coal mote for basically free after just 14 days of playing. You will be able to get yourself 1 token of achievement, also 7 tokens of challenge, and I believe like 40 or something tokens of participation. All of these can be used to exchange to obtain some pretty useful rewards. Like we said, a coal mote, basically getting it for free right there. Alternatively, save up and get like Portobello da Vinci, a great support companion, or Staldorf with its great offensive power depending on your builds. But I personally would recommend, Either your end game maxed out, have nothing else to spend on, you save up for Portobello, or you just get the coal motes, because nothing really here is worth like a coal mote. Like a Staldorf account wide, even on Mythic, it's not really worth 3 coal motes when there are just better options to use than this, like the Neverwinter Knight, the Batiri, the Tamed Raptor. Those will usually be what you'll be going for, and maybe on 1 or 2 classes you'll grab this, and you can get them on like green fairly cheaply, and you shouldn't need to spend like the worth of 3 coal motes to get him or upgrade him. For the challenge tokens, absolutely get those legendary insignias if you're still working on your character. Alternatively, there are overloads here, which I usually go for because I'm maxed out, and these are great to just give you boosts like the crit strike and accuracy for your damage dealers along with Rage of Flames, Unholy Protection with Resiliency of the Depths for your tanks. For healers it's whatever, but you could have a Devil's Precision for the crit strike. And then participation tokens, I usually go for companion upgrade tokens. You can potentially get mount upgrade tokens, but keep in mind there is legendary enchanting stones here if you really need them, because they are pretty scarce these days to upgrade, say, the newer artifacts. And that is ultimately the rewards for this event. There are some pretty great things to obtain, but what do you actually have to be doing? Well, you go to this guy, you grab the quest, the Hell Pit. It's a quest you're going to do every day. Claim it, go over to the pool, and let him take you to hell. Once you are here, you're unfortunately scaled down, but it creates more of a level playing field to everybody, and you'll need to go and sign your soul away. From there, you'll go and enter in your arena, a bit like a Colosseum. You're going to have waves of enemies coming in, and you just need to kill them. It's very simple. You just have 5 rounds, and each round is 2 minutes. Now, you can create a build for yourself where you can pretty much go AFK like we can right here. I'm a tank, I have some decent defensive stats, and I run with Insignia bonuses. Survivor's Blessing, Oppressor's Reprieve, Champion's Return, Knight's Condemnation, and Lionheart's Perseverance. And we get a lot of heal over time just by standing here. Now, ideally I do have my companion summoned, just for the intro to not have him standing in the way. I had dismissed him, so let's just, kill things here, in case we get overwhelmed without, say, having the stats of our companion. You will get like boosts, like this right here, gives us the ability to use our F key to activate Fiery Rain, allowing us to regenerate lots of health. And that's it for Hell Pit. So you're going to spend 10 minutes in here, again 2 minutes per round, and once that's done, you'll get your rewards. Keep in mind it can be worth to not bother killing them until like the timer runs out, because you'll just keep getting more enemies spawning and spawning. But if you don't kill them, they'll reach a certain threshold where they'll stop spawning, and then once the timer's out, you just need to clear the remaining enemies. You won't get any more spawns, and you just kill everything to get to the next level. Again, I do recommend having a companion. We'll summon this here, and you can use a bonus like Redemption to give yourself a little bit of extra healing if you needed it. And you probably don't need a Stone of Health, so we'll just slot in some potions, and you can even run with, say, the Healing Potion bonus boon if you had it. Overall, it should be very easy for you to complete without much trouble. We got another bonus over there, so we can use our first one and pick up the next one. Otherwise, they don't stack on top of each other. This one's just going to be a Fiery Barrage if we use it right here. I do recommend waiting till, say, the round's over, but I think it has a target cap. It's not going to hit everything. If you are very creative and sneaky and like parkour, I'm sure there's some way you can get to the edge of this arena and end up being in a spot where enemies don't target you, and they might all just pile up till the end of the round, and then you'll jump out of your high spot and go kill everything. I'm sure that's an option. We get here to the end of the round, so we just need to kill off everything. And yeah, no problem here on Paladin. As a damage dealer, you should also have no problem just slaughtering everything. You're going to have much better damage stats than me. You're going to have much better damage abilities. You should not have any trouble with this event whatsoever. You should get scaled up to 60,000 item level if you are lower than that. And yeah, we do get scaled down to that. So I guess it has a teeny bit of challenge. But in reality, again, it's super simple and straightforward. So here we are, we were just AFK for all the rest of the rounds. Let's finish off everything here so we can get our rewards and get out of here. If you want to know what I'm actually using on Paladin, that is the power setup, and you got some pretty good damage with Aura of Vengeance combined with Intimidating Presence and even Burning Light. Whenever everything attacks you, you deal quite a bit of good damage back to them. And there you go. Round complete, Hell Pit complete, and you are done for the day. Go ahead, hand in that quest, and you get yourself 2 tokens of participation. It doesn't seem like much right now, but after the first week, you will get extra tokens of participation, and after the 14 days, you'll get your token of achievement. After that, the remaining 7 days, you will start getting tokens of challenge. I don't know what's up with the tracker, but I should only have 1 day out of 21. It's undoubtedly bugged, and I believe it was like this in the previous years, and it ended up just fixing itself. If you don't have enough time for whatever to log in after a few days, or you just don't want to do anything with this event, I don't really know why, you could spend Zen and get the buyout. Just be aware, it is a buyout. You're skipping the event by paying Zen. You're not gaining anything extra. Buying this will just give you all of the rewards right now for the 14 days. And then you'll be able to buy completions for the remaining 7 days to get tokens of challenge. But it costs you Zen for no real reason. You're not, again, gaining anything extra versus people who just play normally. There is no point. If you have the time to log in every day, do not spend the Zen on this. I know many people who have done it before have done so and then have been like, there's nothing to do in the event anymore. I can't even do the daily quest. Yeah, that's because you completed it. Once you fully complete it, the event is over for you. So if you buy it out, you're done. You get your rewards and you're finished. Overall, I hope that this was somewhat insightful with my analysis of some of the Zen market sales here. Be aware, if you do want to support the game, you will get bonus Zen up till September the 11th. You can see the details here in the blog. This is for PC specifically, and there should be just a discount sale if you're on Xbox and PlayStation and Epic Games. I'm not saying you should buy Zen, but if you wanted to, just be aware that you can get some extra or just discounted over these next 2 weeks. Once again, thank you for watching. A special thank you to all these channel members, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.